Lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Lunatic Lullaby by Ren and Webby. I am so curious by the title of this one. I feel like this is going to be such an amazing song, so I can't wait to get into it. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure to click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all being said, I just can't wait to get into this one, so let's go. That like feeling of the heartbeat. The guitar. Wow. Wow. This is completely different from anything I could have expected from Ren and Webby on this one. Like, completely. Just this whole instrumental, that just feeling of it just being the music, you know, that music just being the message almost in this song. Like, it being the real forefront of everything. Honestly, I'm so curious by this video as well. Obviously, we're getting that feeling of the heartbeat. We're getting that feeling in the beginning of the breaths, you know. And it seems like we're almost in the perception of being this baby, I'm assuming, because it feels as if that's the imagery we're getting, unless I'm wrong about that. But it feels almost as if we haven't even discovered life yet. And like, even before we've discovered life, we've already got this melody playing for us. And I think, oh my, there's so many things I think of when it comes to Ren and Webby's music, and sometimes I don't know if I'm thinking far too into it and too in depth, but I feel like throughout this whole album, and sometimes within what Ren and Webby create, it is like the outside world and people in society, you know, in the reality, they do try and feed you all of this negativity. They try and feed you in the way that you should live this world and how life should be, and it's almost like that is the tune of their melody. Like, you're hearing that in the guitar almost, in a way. Before this child is even born, it's hearing the way that life is meant to be. It's hearing all of these different sounds and feelings as to the way that the world is meant to work. And it's like, before this child has even had a chance to enter into this world, it's already got that influence within it. Whether that's from, you know, its mother, whether that's from its DNA, whether that's from the outside world, and the voices that it's hearing and the melodies that it's playing. Like, this child is going to continue to grow in a world that is going to always have that influence on it. And I think that, I don't know if I'm just thinking way too beyond the realm here when it comes to this song, But it's just like that was the main thing I was thinking there, and why I was really enveloped for a second, and just thinking of like this baby hearing all of this going on and it just being so infiltrated, even though it's in the protection maybe of its mother, and even though it's sort of in this secure bubble right now, it's like that won't last very long. That security, that, you know, real warmth, it's only got such difficulty in life to come because the world can be such a difficult place.
I remember swinging like a pendulum by my umbilical cord. The surgeon held me up proudly like a prized fish, and all I could think was put me back. Put me back. To be violently ejected from the safety of the womb into this Tartarian nightmare felt cruel. I looked up at my mother, once my home, and now the orchestrator of my exile, and I felt deserted. I'd feel this feeling again, with everyone that I'd ever loved.
Oh. I literally feel so in awe right now because this song is so heavy and hard hitting. It's just like so real. And just saying, like, when you enter this world, nobody can foresee how dark of a space it can be. You know, nobody can foresee the challenges that you'll face. And I think it's just seeing that light, you know, as you're entering this world and realizing that that light is like a figment of fantasy in a way, because the world just isn't that space. The world is dark, the world is cruel, the world hurts. And there's so many things in life that are gonna really test you. And I think that having that innocence and that purity in a child, in a baby entering into this world, you never really think of beyond the point of that innocence, you know, that naivety that a child has to this big wide world. But it's just so devastating to think of what you're almost like bringing this child into in a way, because you know you're wanting to be able to have this family unit and have this joy in this child, and you do, but also in that you don't necessarily recognize that life is going to be such a difficult thing, especially, you know, going forward in the way the world is now. Like it's such a drastic scenario to bring a person into because the world is just so uncertain.
With everyone that I'd ever loved. I remember summoning a burst of air from my diaphragm, and it ripped through the tightly strung fibers of my vocal cords, and I made a terribly repugnant sound. A giant ugly gloved hand hoisted my tiny writhing body onto a sterilized surface and began hacking at my umbilical cord with a stainless steel scalpel. Who were these barbarians that would sever me from my one avenue of nourishment? I was passed back to my mother, and she looked down at me and she smiled. How can you smile at a time like this? What is this world? I quickly realized that I did not belong here. The one thing that brought solace, that brought peace, was the rhythmic beat emanating from my mother's heart monitor. I remember it clearly now. It beat like a metronome. Steady. Rhythmically. And all of a sudden, I could hear music. Yeah, I could hear music, and in that music I could hear the heartbeat of the universe. Primal, connected, formless yet with form. Empty spaces filled with bursts of matter. And I was enamored, I was in awe, I was at the altar of gods. I knew I had to pursue this feeling every day, or I would surely die.
Wow. That may be one of the most captivated times that I've experienced when it's come to Ren and Webby. Like, I truly felt as if I was completely immersed into everything. And I think the way that this spoke to anyone listening, you know, in you almost being the eyes of this child, it like blows my mind, because it is just like he said, in that sense, we are all connected, you know, we all came into this world in the same way, we all have that heartbeat, we all have that blood running through our body. And in that sense, we are all connected. But at the same time, this world feels so disconnected, you know? And I think the way that that played on this song in particular was phenomenal. I always love when we have those references to time as well. And that sense of him saying this baby was like strung by this umbilical cord. And it was almost like this swaying pendulum. You know, we talk about the metronome of the heartbeat. It's just like, that just is so graphic to think of that imagery as well, you know, like the timeline that we have in life and the way that the world still spins and time evolves and people change and life continues. But it just plays the same scenario, it plays the same game, you know, almost in a way. This one is really like impacted me in a complete different way than I've ever felt before. Like I don't even have words. This truly was an indescribable piece of artistry that I think is going to speak to so many people in so many ways. And I think that's just the beauty of this song and of this video in particular. It will just resonate with you in the way that it's meant to, and it will really connect with the people that it's meant to. And I think that's the beauty of Ren and Webby's music, you know, to the people who listen and the people who are able to take what they need to from their music and find that connection is something that I think is so amazing. And I just love how Ren and Webby really do just push the boundaries with their music. You know, they really just go against the grain of what anybody would ever expect. And they do it in such a hard-hitting way. And I just thought this song was truly one of a kind. I've never seen anything like it before. And just so real. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, then like I said, make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date for the posts on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? Next video, help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.